I had to read the thing about The View because I just thought it was funny.
What's
That's the
this?
only reason I read that about me.
Dragon lover.
Joy Behar was trying to say that I believe in dragons.
Wait, what is this?
She said, I checked it. And then the lady goes, did you double check it? She goes, I checked it. He believes in dragons.
Should be like
They live
Sasquatch,
alongside the
bitch.
people.
Wait,
It was from a wildlife biologist who came on my podcast. It was Forrest Gallant. Gallant? How do I say his last name?
But we were talking about Melania Trump's interview where she made this claim about the state of the United States economy. Watch.
The country is suffering. People are not able to buy usual necessities for their families.
The media landscape is ablaze at the moment. You won't believe the drama that is playing out either. Melania Trump, the former First Lady, recently made headlines when she filed an astounding $100 million lawsuit against The View's hosts. You heard correctly, yes. $100 million. Melania is serious, and the stakes are quite high. There is more to this than a little argument over hurtful language. The legal community, social media, and television networks are already being shaken by the full-scale court battle. Everywhere, people are posing the same urgent query. How could something on that show have caused such a huge firestorm?
We went from Walter Cronkite, basically, to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple force that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did.
Rogan really leaning into this one by changing his ex-bio to, quote, dragon believer. Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor, and he joins us now. So this is so up Joe Rogan's alley in terms of what he finds funny, to, first of all, be called a dragon believer, and also to be accused of being an unreliable source of information by the ladies of The View. So what is your reaction to all of this?
Oh, yes, Carly. We should absolutely trust The View.
This is an exciting narrative that is only getting started, so fasten your seatbelt. The tea is now ready. A recent episode of The View in which the hosts went all out for Melania is what sparked the lawsuit. Melania's legal team is preparing for battle after viewers were shocked in disbelief by the scathing and personal remarks. The hosts freely expressed their thoughts regarding Melania's tenure as First Lady throughout the show, and let's just say that they weren't holding back. One even implied that Melania had no desire to be in the White House at all, indicating that she was uninterested in her responsibilities. Oh no! They went one step farther and speculated on her personal life, specifically her friendship with Donald Trump, as if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows. Melania may not even like her husband, one of the hosts said. Yes, millions of people were able to hear them say that aloud on television. They began criticizing her attempts to redecorate the White House, criticizing her taste, and even criticizing her approach to holiday customs like Christmas, just when you thought it could get any worse. It was harsh, and Melania felt that it went too far. Melania was not going to tolerate those comments, of course. Since she first came to the public's attention, she has been extremely protective of her private life and public persona, and now she's clearly had enough. She claims in her lawsuit that the hosts went too far in making remarks that were not only untrue but also blatantly defamatory. Melania is going all out, and she's not holding anything back, especially because $100 million is at stake. In addition to preserving her reputation and setting a clear boundary for what constitutes appropriate public conversation, this is about more than simply sore feelings for her. Additionally, Joe Rogan chose to comment because, of course, he did, adding to the already chaotic scenario. Rogan, who never backs down from a fight, recently attacked The View on one of his podcast episodes. Let's also state that he wasn't sugarcoating his views. He told his audience about a time when the hosts of that same show eagerly greeted Donald and Melania Trump, literally going out of their way to do so. By the present day, it has completely changed. Rogan criticized the show for what he perceives to be a deliberate narrative reversal motivated by political ambitions, accusing it of pure hypocrisy. Yes, but he didn't end there. Even the hosts themselves were criticized by Rogan, who joked that you would have trouble hitting triple digits if you averaged their IQs. Savage. Naturally, his fans were enthralled, and social media has been ablaze ever since, with everyone and their mother adding to the drama. But let's return to the core of the matter. What's at stake in this lawsuit? It's about much more than Melania, to begin with. Particularly in regards to the way public personalities are treated in the media, this case has the potential to reshape the parameters of free speech. A precedent that compels programs like The View to exercise even more caution when expressing their opinions about public figures could be established if Melania prevails. This goes beyond whether or not someone's feelings are offended. It's about responsibility and the duties that, with having such a large platform, let's also not act. It has never been a contentious viewpoint. This circumstance feels different, even though the show thrives on divisive viewpoints and contentious conversations. This is not merely a funny on-air incident that people will forget. This is Melania Trump, the former First Lady, battling for $100 million on one of America's most popular talk programs. The timing couldn't be more intriguing, and the stakes could be greater. Trump's political aspirations and ongoing scandals have already put him back in the news, and Melania's lawsuit is only making things more dramatic. This lawsuit may even be a calculated attempt to refocus media attention on Melania, according to some people. Since everyone is focused on Donald and his endless stream of news stories, is this her attempt to get some attention back? Or is it just that after years of criticism, someone is finally at their breaking point? In either case, one thing is evident. Melania will not give up.
But it was the episode of you when you're on The View, and I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president.
Right.
And you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to. Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you. They were all talking about how you might be conservative in your financial positions, but you're very liberal socially. They were talking about you as such a favorable light. I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
yeah.
it is a rabies-infested
Drawing a line in the sand is more important than simply cleaning Melania Trump's name. Setting a precedent and stating that public individuals, regardless of their level of prominence, should be treated with the utmost respect and candor in their portrayals is the goal. Melania has endured years of constant criticism and rumors, most of which are baseless or overblown. With this $100 million lawsuit, she is now stating unequivocally that enough is enough. In addition to protecting her reputation, she is opposing the reckless remarks and baseless charges that so frequently permeate media narratives. Let's examine The View host's audacity more closely, please. Did they really think they could make such inflammatory statements and get away with it? One of them stated unequivocally that Melania allegedly hates her husband and is unwilling to share a home with him. It's more than simply conjecture. That is an audacious, almost risky, remark regarding someone's private life. Was it not a possibility that it may blow up in their faces? These comments are more than just idle remark. They venture into the perilous area where belief is mistaken for reality. Not only was this an overreach, according to Melania's legal team, it was a cannonball over the line, and they intend to hold their network and the hosts accountable. All of this compels us to face some enormous, unsettling realities about contemporary media. Where precisely does defamation end and free expression begin? When does criticism of a public figure cease to be acceptable and turn into something damaging or even illegal? These are questions that have been brewing for years, but this case is bringing them to the fore. In a time when any remark, joke, or charge may become viral in a matter of seconds, media organizations must exercise greater caution than ever before. This case might revolutionize the entertainment and news industries by altering the parameters of accountability. We must not delude ourselves, though. The View and Melania aren't the only issues here. There is a far broader societal reckoning behind this lawsuit. Melania's victory might make talk shows, podcasts, and internet sites reevaluate their coverage of public personalities. There's no denying that a lot of these shows profit from shock value and controversy, but at what price? If left uncontrolled, the loop of exaggerated claims and sensationalism could get even worse, undermining public discourse's decency and credibility. What follows then? Everyone's eyes are on Melania, The View, and the potentially game-changing courtroom confrontation. This goes beyond a celebrity feud. The stakes are tremendous, and the ramifications go well beyond the individuals engaged. The gravity of what's happening here cannot be denied, regardless of whether you're on Team Melania or Team The View. We would now want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this matter? Does Melania have a right to sue, or is this going too far? Do you believe that media organizations ought to have more stringent rules regarding public figures, or is this simply a cost of being famous? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over. And if you've made it this far, you already know we're bringing you the real tea, unfiltered and uncensored. Don't miss out on the latest twists and turns in this drama-filled saga. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. Trust me, this story is just heating up, and you'll want to be here for every moment of it.